We are all high on drugs. Yes, we are all high on drugs that are prescribed by the system, by the colonial system, that has put us in this situation that we are. We are high on the drugs that has been prescribed by them. Eh, let's assume I want to keep somebody subservient. There's something I have to keep giving that person to keep that person in that frequency. You understand? Let's assume I'm giving you a drug like let's say a drug like bromazepam, uh, which many people know as Lexotan in Nigeria. That is it's a drug that acts on the GABA system, it has inhibitory effects, to make you, it actually, can be used to put somebody to sleep or put somebody in an hypnotic state, you understand? So I keep giving, let's say, somebody bromazepam every day, let's say 3 milligram bromazepam every day. You know what that person will just be doing? The person will be sleeping and he'll be waking up, he'll be sleeping and be waking up and be eating, sleeping and be waking up. If I keep giving him and he keeps collecting, at some point he starts enjoying it. You understand? He starts enjoying it. And even though I come and I take his stuff, he will not notice. I can come and just pick his iPhone and go, he will not notice. I can take his land, he will not know. I can come and just take his PS5 and he will not know. I keep on taking his stuff and he will not know. But even when he gets to a point where he realizes that, yes, you are taking my stuff, he's already addicted to that drugs. He's already addicted to that drugs. So you still collect that drug from me and still try to maybe, hey, bring back my stuff. But then the energy is not there because he's in an hypnotic state. So you end up just probably romancing me. So that's what drugs like that do. Now, we as a people are under the effects of the drugs that are prescribed by the system. And what are these drugs? Religion, the pseudo education we are receiving, and all the systems and all the kind of fake morals that they have generated and implanted in our minds, that has taken roots in our minds. Those are our problems right now. First of all, they started with religion. They say, okay, God is going to help you, do everything for you. There is a Messiah for you. You have to pray 5 times a day. There is a Messiah that will help you do everything that you want to do. It's no longer an eye for an eye. When they slap you on the one cheek, turn the other cheek. Something that can make you subservient, that can make you feel like, God will do everything for you. So far, you have done all the things that the religion has asked you to do. You are baptized. You have prayed 5 times a day. You have put on the kind of clothes they told you to wear. Then everything should go right for you. That's what you just assume. Because you are doing all these things, everything should go right for you. So the places where actions are needed, places where you need to take actions, you just ignore it and be like, no, God will do it. God will do it. When people came out for protests recently, this June 12th protest, and all the protests, in fact, all the protests have been seen. If you go into the comment section, you see those group of people who are there saying, may Allah guide you and protect you. That's what they just do. Fucking eye on drugs. You understand? That is one. Another thing is education. You go to school, you are not taught the right history, you are not taught about your ancestors. They tell you, instead they give you fake kind of history that your people were savages and they were just there until they came and colonized them. They are this thing, nothing works, even their juju does not work and all this. They just make it all about trivial things. They don't understand, they don't teach you the deep mechanism that colonialism used to trap your ancestors. They don't teach you exactly what happened. They just give you the white man's version of the story. When I mean white man, I don't mean all the white men. I mean the white system's version of the story. That is one thing with education. Another way education messes up the youths, messes up the people, is by giving them knowledge they don't need. You go to school, you don't learn about your environment and how to harness your environment, how to use your environment to favor you. You just go to school and you learn abstract things. You learn about Isaac Newton, you learn Brownian motion, this, that, and all that, this and all that. You don't even learn what concerns. There are a lot of minerals in your land. There are a lot of minerals in this land to better our lives. So in such that, even from the primary school days, they should have started introducing people to the idea of mining, breaking it down for them gradually, until maybe those who want to go and specialize in that, studies in the university. But no, they teach mining over there, which means the children of these people are ready to come and dominate your children in future. Because your children are not even studying what is in their soil. They are not studying what is in their land. You understand? They are just there studying what is not going to apply to them. So they are just going to study what is enough for them to sustain this colonial system that has been established. Just go to work, help us market our products that we have made, become our sales rep, market it for us. Bring people to consume what we have produced for you. Just keep on running the system, run your government the way it is, while we come and take your stuffs away. That is how education keeps us dumb. Then you go to school, graduate, and see that you don't even have any contribution to your society. You don't have anything relevant to add to your society. You are just there. You have graduated and you are just there. You don't have anything tangible. But you went to school, you studied, but there's nothing you can offer. Why? Because all the knowledge they have been given to you is just not relevant. Or it's not relevant enough for you to make any significant change in your society, for you to make any real impact, for you to own anything solid. It's not relevant. It's just nonsense. You understand? So education cripples us. And then what's the next thing they sell to you after you graduate? Now go and hustle. Be hustling, try and you can. That means at the end of the day, you'll be hustling and hustling. And when you get to a particular age, you discover that you didn't even build a career because of the environment you lived in is not stable enough for you to build a career. So you just believe you buy the hustle culture, the idea of the hustle culture. It's all about the hustle culture. You are up and down here, you are looking for connection, this and that. Because why? The society is an unstable society. I don't blame anybody. It's an unstable society. But the bad thing is, don't be ignorant of what is happening. Don't be ignorant of the class war against you. This is how education keeps us dumb. You understand? And they keep prescribing this thing for you. And the idea is you can't leave it. You cannot revolt against this thing. You understand? Because you have seen it as the norms. You understand? Even people who claim that, yes, they are tired of this system, they are still addicted to the system in one way or the other. They have built their identity around the system. They believe, okay, if I suffer this oppression for a long time, maybe I work hard, I will be in a position to oppress somebody one day. They have built their identity around the system. They believe in the reward the system can give. They believe they have to suffer and get that reward one day and maybe oppress another. That is why we believe I suffer, make you suffer too. All those kind of, nonsensical, I don't know, is it morals or I don't even know what it is. Very nonsensical, sadistic. You understand? It's because the system has taught us to normalize this nonsense. It has taught us to normalize this nonsense and we have loved it. You know why? Because you look at it. Are you going to tell me that this religion that I believed in for all my life doesn't really have any effect? When I was small, they had to beat me. They had to force me to do it. Now you're coming to tell me, no. In as much as we want change, we don't want to leave the chains that are holding us. We don't want to break those chains that are holding us in this same problem that we are. We still insist on this, pseudo-spirituality that we are practicing, pseudo-education. We still insist on it. That is a drug they keep giving you. Now you have known that, yes, there is problem. You have named the oppressors, but you are addicted to the drugs. So you keep collecting it. So that even when you want to mobilize yourself against them, you don't know how to do it because you are high on these drugs. The effects, that is the side effects now. You cannot strike a real blow. You cannot throw a real punch because you are weak. These drugs have weakened you. The religions have weakened you. The educational system has weakened you. That is why, this rapper, Immortal Technique, he says something. Revolution begins in the mind of a child. Yes, because the way some of us have grown up to now, giving up these ideas might be very hard. But in the mind of a child, you can start cultivating, you can start teaching that child how to, you can teach the child a new paradigm. You can teach the child how to make a new paradigm. You understand? That's just the way it is. A certain generation has to phase out before real change can happen. The generations that are already addicted to these drugs has to phase out for the new generation to come. So if not until the new generation comes, the new generation that has started deconstructing these things from a very early age, it's not strange to them. There will be problem. But there will be problem, serious problem. But for now, the way it is, we are very, very high on drugs. Very, very high on drugs. You might not want to admit it, but you are high.